Hey everyone, I want to go into looking at my logical reasoning quiz you guys have. It's a prep quiz for you. This is what it looks like. So this is going to give you a real good example of the logical reasoning actual quiz. No, I don't have the actual questions. No one has that. This is to get you ready for it. Think of the right mindset you want to have for this quiz for them, the actual quiz from CBP. But I put in here 50 heavy questions for you guys. Let's look at one of these two, okay? An act may be considered criminal only when both the actus reus, which is a guilty act, and mens rea, the guilty mind, are present. So already you're thinking, right? Only, right? So you gotta have both. Criminal only when both, okay? Now, a person who performs a prohibited act without the requisite intent may not be found guilty under many criminal statutes. However, listen up, guys. Some exceptions exist. So already you have here, only and both are together, obviously, right? You got to have that together, okay? Now, here's some scenarios. These are some scenarios, right? These are scenarios such as crimes of negligence or strict liability where the physical act alone may suffice. So these are the exceptions to the rule up here, understand? You got to think this way, you got to look logically, okay? So here we go again. Now, courts consider both factors when assessing culpability, but actus reus must always occur for a crime to exist. Okay, here we go, the word always again. Always, must always occur for a crime to exist. So here we go. Which one of the following cannot be validly concluded? Listen carefully, okay? For one, a guilty mind alone without a guilty act is not enough to convict. Perfect. Some crimes can be committed without intent. Okay? Remember, cannot be validly concluded. C. A criminal act must occur to satisfy legal definitions of crime. Or D. A person's thoughts alone can make them criminally liable. Now, in the quiz, you won't see this, but D is the answer. You won't see D, but that's the answer for you. Why? Because which one of the following cannot be validly concluded? It's got to be D. A person's thoughts alone can make them criminally liable. No, of course not, right? That doesn't make any sense. You cannot arrest somebody for a crime thought. It doesn't make any sense, right? So that's one of them for you. Let's look at another example I have for you. I have 50 of these hard-hitting questions for you to prepare you for the actual. Here we go again. Remember, this is a logical reasoning. Judicial discretion allows judges to make rulings based on their interpretation of the law. So right there, you already know. The judge can make a ruling based on their interpretation of the law, but however, within certain statutory or constitutional boundaries. So even judges have boundaries, okay? They can make discretions based upon boundaries, okay? While this promotes individualized justice, it may also lead to inconsistency in sentencing or legal outcomes. That's because there's a little bit of subjectivity for a judge to make a ruling because they do have boundaries. Some judges go far in the boundaries, some go far close to boundaries, and some goes far out of the boundaries, but they stay within the boundaries, okay? But because there's boundaries there, well, you're going to have some subjective opinions. To mitigate this, many jurisdictions use sentencing guidelines, mandatory minimums, or appellate review. Okay, so the review is important because if the judge goes too far left or right, they can always get back and review it. These mechanisms, here we go. These mechanisms aim to balance fairness and uniformity without eliminating all discretion. So, discretion is important for a judge. He or she gets to have some discretion within the boundaries, but this keeps them within a right boundary, right? So someone doesn't get like 1,000 years for jaywalking, basically, right? Which of the following cannot, see guys again, cannot be validly concluded? Cannot. A, some judicial discretion is limited by statute. There we go. B, sentencing outcomes may vary depending on judge's interpretation. That's what has been proven true. C, judges are free to ignore all sentencing laws. D, sentencing guidelines aim to improve consistency. Of course, so you look at it, guys. A, B, and D obviously make sense, right? Obviously. But look at C, though. Judges are free to ignore all sentencing laws. That is not logical, okay? So it's C, of course, right? Now, again, you won't see the answer here in your quiz that I give you guys, okay? It won't be there. However, you want to look at this logically. Knock out the things that are logical. C is illogical. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's how you want to do this quiz, okay, you guys? And when we get to the actual quiz, it's the same process. Logic, illogic, logic, okay? And they're always going to say to you, validly concluded or cannot be concluded validly. This is what they're always going to ask you, okay? Pay attention, you guys can do this. Do my prep quiz first to get you ready for the real quiz. Do not let this one quiz delay your dream. Don't get your dream deferred because of one quiz. Doesn't make any sense. That's why my prep quiz is down below in the link for you. So you can go down there and try it out for yourself, okay? Take care, guys.